The Taliban has just shocked the world with their ambitious new projects. But what almost nobody is discussing is that it's not just about construction, it's about control. Control over crucial resources like water, energy, and even trillions in hidden minerals. These are the same resources that China is keenly eyeing. One of these projects is so massive, it stands as the largest of its kind in all of Asia. And if you think that's impressive, wait until you hear about China's $60 billion mega corridor into Afghanistan. Let's start with what's happening 400 kilometers north, the Kashteep Canal project. This isn't just any construction, it's the largest man-made canal in the desert. Stretching 115 miles, this canal is wider than California's famous aqueduct. Here's why this is a game changer. The canal will divert 20% of the water from the Amu Darya River across northern Afghanistan's desert plains. When completed, it could irrigate an impressive 550,000 hectares of farmland, larger than the entire state of Delaware. This project would increase Afghanistan's farmable land by 1/3, potentially making the country self-sufficient in food. Currently, around 6,000 workers operate massive excavators around the clock, carving through some of the world's toughest terrain. The total estimated investment for the Kashteep Canal project is $684 million, with the Taliban contributing an additional $100 million. This investment demonstrates the Taliban's serious commitment to transforming Afghanistan's economy. However, this initiative has stirred controversy. Neighboring countries like Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan are getting anxious. They depend on the same river water for their cotton fields, and Afghanistan is asserting, "We're taking our share regardless." The Taliban isn't just building domestically, they are creating projects that give them leverage over their neighbors, with water as their strongest weapon. Beyond the Kashteep Canal, they are also constructing multiple dams throughout the country. Recently, they announced fresh construction on the Bakshabad Dam, despite ongoing diplomatic disputes with Iran over water rights. The message is clear: Afghanistan controls its water sources, and they will build whatever they see fit. These dam projects serve multiple purposes. They generate hydroelectric power, making Afghanistan less reliant on energy imports. Additionally, they provide irrigation for agriculture, aligning with the Taliban's goal of food self-sufficiency. Moreover, these projects give Afghanistan negotiating power with downstream countries relying on the same water sources. Surprisingly, the Taliban has been effective in cleaning up corruption surrounding these projects. Unlike the previous US-backed government, notorious for siphoning off billions in aid, the Taliban seems to be completing projects efficiently. Reports indicate they've significantly reduced corruption that had plagued infrastructure for decades. To improve their country, the Taliban isn't just focused on electricity and canals, they're also reconstructing their old capital. They are creating what is now called Kabul New City. This isn't merely another construction project, it's a complete reimagining of Afghanistan's future. This enormous urban development will cover 722 square kilometers, almost 1.5 times the size of present-day Kabul. The Taliban plans to build 250,000 residential units, which could house between 1.1 and 3 million people. This ambitious project aims to create a modern hub to alleviate Kabul's overcrowding crisis. Phase 1 alone is divided into 206 sections. The Golden City section will offer 42,000 housing units for 23,000 residents. Construction on Parcel B restarted in August 2023, with plans for 6,600 housing units for 40,000 residents. In late 2024, work began on Parcel 2.6, backed by a whopping $700 million investment to provide 52,000 units for 33,000 residents. But it's not just housing. The Taliban envisions universities, clinics, shopping centers, and green spaces, all supported by reliable infrastructure. This project will unfold over 30 years in 2 main phases, featuring commercial, agricultural, and recreational areas. If completed, this would be one of the largest planned cities in Asia, transforming Afghanistan's urban landscape forever. The Taliban understands geography better than most people realize. Afghanistan lies at the crossroads of vital trade routes. They're building infrastructure to capitalize on this geographical advantage. Let's talk about the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, or CPEC expansion. In May 2025, China, Pakistan, and the Taliban signed a trilateral agreement to extend this $60 billion corridor into Afghanistan. This agreement creates a direct link from China's Xinjiang province through Pakistan to Afghanistan, opening access to Central Asian markets. The corridor also unlocks Afghanistan's mineral wealth, making it a strategic partner for China. But here's where it gets even more intriguing: the Trans-Afghan Railway project. This $4.8 billion, 573-kilometer railway will connect Uzbekistan to Pakistan through Afghanistan, cutting transit time from 35 days to just 4. Construction starts in 2025, requiring over 300 bridges and 5 major tunnels through challenging terrain. Meanwhile, the Kaf-Herat Railway connecting Afghanistan to Iran became operational in 2023, with the first cargo shipment of 655 tons successfully completed. This connection grants Afghanistan access to Iranian ports and global shipping networks. The Taliban is essentially stating, you may not recognize our government, but you cannot ignore our geography. Geographically, the Taliban holds a strong advantage, which is why they initiated the TAPI pipeline project around 20 years ago. Unfortunately, TAPI got stuck in the planning phase. TAPI stands for Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and India. It's designed to transport 33 billion cubic meters of natural gas annually across these 4 countries. Here's the surprising part. In September 2024, the Taliban restarted construction on Afghanistan's portion of this $10 billion pipeline. Taliban spokesman Zabihullah Mujahid announced that work had officially begun after ceremonies with Turkmenistan officials. This pipeline will run 1,821 kilometers, passing through some of Afghanistan's most volatile regions. If completed, it could generate close to $1 billion in annual revenue for Afghanistan, creating thousands of jobs. The Taliban sees this as their ticket to energy independence and regional influence. But here's the twist: the original TAPI project was negotiated with the Taliban in 1998, before everything changed after 9/11. Now that they are back in power, they are picking up exactly where they left off 25 years ago. But that's not the only cross-border project they're involved in. Another significant initiative is known as CASA 1000. This project is designed to send electricity across borders to light up millions of homes. The $1.2 billion electricity transmission project aims to bring clean hydroelectric power from Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan through Afghanistan into Pakistan. Central Asia has massive mountain lands with abundant water, leading to significant hydroelectric power generation. However, the countries with the most electricity lack large populations. Meanwhile, Pakistan and Afghanistan need more power for their growing cities. The CASA 1000 project would transmit 1,300 megawatts of electricity, enough to power approximately 1 million homes. Afghanistan would receive 300 megawatts for its own use, while 1,000 megawatts would continue south to Pakistan. Here's the twist: the World Bank approved resuming this project in 2024, despite not officially recognizing the Taliban government. They created a special arrangement to ensure all payments stay outside Taliban control while construction continues. This means the Taliban can reap the economic benefits of hosting this massive infrastructure project without directly controlling the finances. Afghanistan's location has always been its greatest asset, but things have taken a new turn. With the Taliban back in power, they are now trying to turn their hidden fortune into real power. We're talking about lithium for electric car batteries, copper for electronics, rare earth elements for smartphones, and much more. The Taliban recognizes this potential and is moving quickly to start extraction operations. The most notable example is the Ainat copper mine, where China has held mining rights for 15 years. In July 2024, they finally cut the ribbon to begin operations. This time, it feels different. The Taliban is providing the security and stability that past governments could not guarantee. They have also been aggressively taxing mining operations throughout the country. According to World Bank reports, they collected $1.054 billion in revenue in 2022, much of it from mining and reconstruction. Here's what's intriguing: the Taliban is using mining revenues to fund infrastructure projects. They are creating a cycle where mineral wealth pays for roads and tunnels, which makes it easier to extract more minerals. This revenue also supports the reconstruction of the Salang Tunnel, known for killing 40 people every year. The Salang Tunnel is not just a death trap, it's a vital lifeline for Afghanistan. This tunnel sits high in the mountains, 11,000 feet above sea level, connecting the north and south of the country. Built by the Soviets in 1964, the Salang Tunnel is 2.7 kilometers long and one of the most dangerous roads in the world. It was designed for 2,000 vehicles daily, but now handles up to 9,000 during peak times. In 1982, the deadliest road accident in history occurred here, resulting in up to 2,700 fatalities. But here's the surprising news: in December 2023, Taliban officials announced they had completely reconstructed the tunnel. They invested $100 million of their own money, about a quarter of Afghanistan's entire annual tax revenue. Moves like this demonstrate how serious they are about building megaprojects. If these developments succeed, they could reshape not just Afghanistan but the entire region's economy and influence. Whether they succeed or fail will determine the future for Afghanistan and its neighbors.